We've been keeping a secret.
Hey. I'm the husband.
This is the husband. All right, so I'm Shelby.
And I'm Thomas.
And Thomas is gonna start being involved in our videos because he's about to be involved in this whole process.
The whole process.
I'm Jaden. I'm Zoe. And I'm Story. What? He was over there.
So, the secret is that we are...
No, she's not pregnant. Unfortunately. But we're doing something huge.
moving. Thomas is equally excited.
I'm stressed.
Okay, so the whole point of moving is to get away from stress. But here's what we're doing. We've been in our house for 9 years.
9 years.
9 years. So when we moved in, it was our very first home. We were 21 and 23, right?
Yeah.
Zoe was like 6 months old or so. She's 9 now. So this was kind of like their first home and Story's first home, and I gave birth to Ezzy in this home. So it's definitely a lot of memories for us to leave behind per se, but we are so excited to start creating a new future away from the city, and we've got big plans.
Big.
But actually like...
Kind of small.
But actually kind of tiny. So, when we say big plans, what we mean is selling our 1,300 square foot home and moving our family of 6 with our standard poodle and our hairless cat and our 30 chickens and ducks, and we are buying an RV. Are we crazy? We're crazy. If you guys joined our channel right when I started really filming all of the gardening and chicken keeping and all of that stuff, the homesteading in the city, I started filming those videos with the faith and the promise that one day we would have our very own legitimate homestead property instead of finding loopholes with our county. And by loopholes, I totally mean having a prescription in order to keep chickens. Yes, you heard that right. I had to get a prescription just to own chickens to raise eggs or meat for our family. If you followed along with me, you know that for so long I was coming to terms with being able to garden and homestead in my backyard, and again having to find loopholes of how to get around the city ordinances, and we just weren't feeling free enough. We wanted to do it on a much larger scale. We want milking goats, you know, maybe a little mini highland, but all that stuff is down the road. Keeping bees. We wanted to do this full time, and we wanted to do it legit. For those of you who have been here since the beginning, you know where I've been. You know that I have probably filmed myself crying over the last year when I am watching other homestead channels and almost getting eaten alive, that I felt like the dream was never going to happen for us, but it is finally here. I do want to say something for the fact that we totally did this on a leap of faith. We sold our home that is completely paid for, and we sold it before we ever knew like the next step, as far as we didn't have a camper yet. And literally within days of selling our home, we were provided the perfect deal. And it's just so amazing the way God is paving things out. And it's so amazing that I will have this journey of having this waiting room as my classroom, as I've heard others say, and we need property to do that. Our big plans are to live tiny, and we are actually so excited, despite Thomas's face. He's excited because this opportunity is helping us to be completely debt-free and gives us a great savings and a great deposit and holding for when we find our homestead property. And that's the whole plan of moving to an RV, is we didn't want to waste money renting because we don't know how long that's gonna take.
We'll never see it again.
We would never see that money again. So we were super blessed in the fact that we sold our home on a leap of faith, not knowing what we were doing or where we were going. And within days of signing papers, we had family offer to buy their RV because they were looking to downsize, and it just happened to be like one of those God things that lined up so perfectly.
Yeah, everything kind of fell into place fast.
So we're buying their RV, and we are moving in a few weeks. This isn't gonna be like your standard, we sold our home and we travel the country in our RV. We are gonna be stationary on some property, and we will be looking for our perfect dream homestead property while we're living in the RV. It's just a means to an end. It's temporary, but it's still gonna be quite the adventure, and we are super excited. So we want you to follow along, and for now you will see all the crazy steps that it's gonna take moving us out. I have to dig up all of my perennial plants. For you guys who have already been following me, you know that we have a garden going and we have chickens going and all of that, and condensing all of that and moving with it is going to be quite the adventure. So stay tuned, hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, because you don't want to miss this. Say, and I'm Ezzy.
No.
You're done. It wasn't that bad, was it?
It's pretty bad.
Only because he knows these bloopers are going in.
Pretty much.
So, what was I gonna say?
A lot.
Oh. Basically, oh my God.
For this next segment, I'm gonna take my shirt off.
That's an OnlyFans channel, not this one.